Well, thank goodness that one didn't count, right? After spending much of last week talking about the preparation and playing their best ball to end the regular season, the Dallas Cowboys were anything but good yesterday, falling to the Washington Commanders 26-6 in the regular season finale. CeeDee Lamb with a lone touchdown, but not much to be happy about in this one, other than the fact that it's over. Haley Sutton here from the Star in Frisco. Welcome into our final edition of Cowboys Flashback. And I wish we had more positives to talk about, but this one was just plain ugly. Head coach Mike McCarthy shared his thoughts after the game.
Not very good at all. Yeah, I mean, we played poorly. I just think, once again, first thing that comes to mind is when you're walking off the field, you think through the preparation and then all the things that didn't go right. And, we played some combination of guys, and I thought they did a nice job on defense. We wanted to get through personnel groups. That's something we've been challenged with as far as injuries. Offensive line, we didn't, offensive run block, and we didn't get it going in the run game. And, and didn't have much going in the passing game.
Dak's had some bad plays, usually in the course of good games. When he's 14 for 37, what do you say about that?
Well, I just think, just like there's a lot more going on around. This is not about one guy. I mean, you can't look at our offensive performance and blame it on one guy. So there's plenty to go around.
You wanted to get the 13th win. You wanted to compete.
Yeah.
For the NCAA title, you want to get momentum going to the playoffs. How disappointing to have a performance like this going to the playoffs? I
think that's a bit dramatic. I think the fact is we played poorly tonight, and that starts with me, and I'll take responsibility for that. But we've played 17 games. I think our productivity over the course of 17 games is good or better than anybody's in the league. So if you want to be playing your best ball in January. Absolutely, I totally agree with that. We're all disappointed in our performance tonight. Even if we would have come out on the other side of it, we have to reboot and go. I mean, we knew that coming out of here. We know we're playing Tampa, and hopefully by the time we land, we'll know when the game is. But we're not gonna. I'm not a burn the tape guy, so we're not flushing this away and not being accountable for it. So let's just make that real clear. But we'll watch it on the plane, we'll watch it on the bus ride, and we'll make sure it'll be cleaned up because, the thing about it, let's be honest, we don't know if we're in a 6-day week, a 7-day week, or an 8-day week. So we got to be ready to go when we touch down.
So as Mike just said, Dallas will turn its attention to the postseason. But first, we got to take you back through what was an unexpected effort from America's team, starting with QB1. That's coming up next on Cowboys Flashback.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, is brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and by Reliant, an NRG company. This segment is brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
192 total yards of offense, with quarterback Dak Prescott finishing 14 of 37 for 128 yards, 1 touchdown, and of course, another interception. That brings his season total to 15 picks through 12 games. CeeDee Lamb led the team with 52 yards, but an otherwise lackluster effort from the offense.
For me, not to use the language, but simple as that. And defense, I thought gave us a chance. Did enough. Obviously, some put them in bad positions. Us and special teams did. They were able to hold them to a field goal, get a touchdown. I gave a touchdown on an interception. So I think defense did enough, obviously. But for offense, just completely not who we are. I don't think I've seen us like that in damn sure the last 2 years. Something that as much as you want to burn the tape and move on, know what we got forward, there's a lot that we've got to learn from and get better and use this tape.
How do you separate that from knowing you have to forget about it quickly and get ready for camp?
Yeah, we've got the right guys in this locker room that understand, that are mature men that understand that nobody played their best ball. Simple as that. But to be accountable, starting with myself, be accountable for what you put out there, what you did, and then from that, understanding that's not who we are, and then moving on and knowing what we've got ahead of us, and it's one play at a time. The intensity, the focus, all that, one play at a time, one game at a time.
Dallas Wings, could you feel that when you're out there, like just everything is completely out of sorts?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're just trying to get something going, and just wasn't able to, honestly. And I mean, some of the times, yeah, I probably should have just went underneath on some of the throws and wanting to make a play, wanting to get the energy going, wanting to get us going. Took some shots, and those shots weren't there. And once again, we're back behind the chains, and we never put ourselves in third downs that were manageable, and that's what we've done this year.
A nearly identical stat line as he had in game 1 of the season against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dak was 14 of 29 for 134 yards and a pick in that one. Now, as I mentioned before, the only score of the game for the Cowboys came from CeeDee Lamb in the second quarter, but he was anything but happy in the locker room.
Can't really let it linger, but I feel like we could have played a lot better. I mean, we ain't really moved the ball much on offense. Special team, we had a couple costly turnovers. I mean, defense, they play lights out, honestly. There's only so much slack you can give an NFL offense, you know, or like our defense, they did what they had to do. We got to play complementary football.
You guys obviously have a bad taste in your mouth after this, but how motivating is it for you guys just to know that there is no more margin for error when it does start next week?
I feel like guys, I mean, not guys, we all got to flip the switch, you know, understanding that we can't really lose anymore. And then going in, you know, into this game, I feel like we knew we were going to win, and obviously we didn't come out and then play it to the, you know, the standard that we knew we set for ourselves, But, yeah, going into next week, we know what we got to do. We know the season is pretty much at stake. Not really pretty much, it is. So we got to go out there and play better.
How important it is to flip the switch fairly quickly while still owning what happened out there today to prevent that from happening?
Let whatever happens today move on. I mean, we kind of treat it like a win. If we won, I mean, the same thing. You got to leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? So just move on next week. We got to be better, truly and honestly. That's pretty much all that is to it.
Much to be addressed and much to be cleaned up as they get ready for the postseason. Coming up next on Cowboys Flashback, what's happened to that 1-2 punch over the last few games, and how do the boys in the backfield feel about it heading into the playoffs?
This segment was brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Earlier in the week, there was talk about both Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott cracking the 1,000-yard mark, or at the very least getting close. But to say the ground game was non-existent yesterday is an understatement. Pollard was able to hit that milestone for the first time in his career, finishing the afternoon with 19 yards. Meanwhile, Elliott was only able to record 10. The streak of scoring rushing touchdowns was also ended after he was held scoreless for the first time in 10 weeks.
How difficult was that game for you guys today?
Yeah, I mean, very difficult. Just a matter of 3 and outs. Just struggle getting stuff going, getting any momentum. Yeah.
Last couple weeks we've talked about the run game has struggled a little bit. Can you pinpoint why you guys have struggled a little bit?
You know, we're just struggling with movement. You know, just line movement. Something we've kind of struggled with all year, but it's been worse. You know, the past couple of weeks. But beauty of it, you know, we got another life now. Now they all matter that much more, and you know, got to get this thing right, get this thing rolling for the playoffs.
Because of how slim the chances were for you guys to improve your playoff positioning coming into today, was there a lack of motivation out there?
No, there was no lack of motivation. Yeah, no lack of motivation at all. We all felt like we needed to come out there and you know, get some good momentum, get a win. One, putting ourselves in a position to possibly, or for whatever would happen, and then 2, just to get momentum rolling into this next part of the season.
So if you guys weren't lacking motivation, how do you explain a performance that listless?
I don't know if there's an explanation. I just think we didn't go out there and execute.
How confident are you, Zeke, that this group can just regather themselves and make a deep playoff run?
Yeah, I'm super confident in the group of men we got. You know, we have a team full of leaders. You know, we all got this feel in our stomach, and I mean, we're gonna get this thing right. Thank you.
Clearly a frustrating finish for the players, rookies and veterans alike. As one of the most vocal and visible leaders on the team, right guard Zach Martin emphasized this is not the type of football that can be played next week, or it'll be the final game of the season.
The run game, I know it's something that you guys wanted to get that back on track this game. Where did you see the difficulty was in terms of achieving that?
I'll have to look at the tape, but again, it was not good enough, and we're going to play obviously much better heading into next week, and I'm confident in the guys in the locker room, but this one's we got to move on and get ready for Tampa.
How do you make such a quick turnaround in terms of getting that on track so soon?
Hey, you have to. I mean, there's no other choice, right? You do this again, we'll be sitting at home next week, so it's got to be a quick turnaround.
You say this isn't you guys. The very slim chances that you guys had to improve your playoff standing, did that factor into any motivation you guys may have had coming into today?
Say that again?
Did it just make it hard to be motivated for this game?
No, I mean, we play pro football, man. If you come out and don't go, this is what happens, right? So, again, short memory. Listen, this is what we worked for all years to punch our ticket to the playoffs, and now we got to go.
It's been a long time since you've seen Tampa. What do you think of that matchup and how you guys do match up with it?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's been since that first game, so a lot of tape to kind of watching them throughout the season, and you know, they've kind of had our number the last couple times, so you know, we know what we're in for. It's going to be a hard-fought game, and we've got to come in and play our best football.
Time for another break, but when we return, we'll shift sides to the defense. How did their performance stack up? We'll hear from the Lion next on Cowboys Flashback.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
For just the fourth time this season, the Dallas defense gave up more than 25 points in a contest, allowing rookie quarterback Sam Howell to score 2 touchdowns in his NFL debut. The former UNC play caller was 11 of 19 for 169 yards in his first professional football game, while his run game ran rampant through 4 quarters. It's an effort that Micah Parsons says just isn't good enough.
I was pretty surprised. It's tough. Yeah. Definitely surprised. When you talk about finishing the season strong, I wouldn't consider that finishing strong.
What do you attribute that performance to? I mean, you guys have so much to play for, and to come out there would look like maybe your worst performance of the season.
I don't know. I honestly don't know where you can start. From the very beginning of the game to the end, it just wasn't good. And when we talking about championship teams, you got to perform better. But, you know, I think everyone has a fall, and there's a rise in every movie. So hopefully this was our falls and we can rise up and next week get it together because we got to play better.
Micah, you guys have preached resiliency all season long. How confident are you guys that you can just turn the page quickly and gear up for the playoffs and hopefully make a run?
I mean, our record shows every time we lost one, we go out and show people what we really are. So hopefully we could do that. But we definitely can't come out and perform like this today. So I'm very confident in this team, myself, that, you know, I'm going to be ready.
So how do you then spin it forward and be ready for the playoffs coming off a performance like this?
Everybody should look at themselves in the mirror and say, what do we really want? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we really doing this for? Like, if people doing this for, you know, stats, Pro Bowls, whatever that is, then might as well just hang it up now. Like, I'm playing this for the long run. Like, I'm not going to be young forever. Like, I already realized that. Like, body going through the oil, so, you know, I want to win while I got this chance and this opportunity. So I'm going to look myself in the mirror. I ask everybody to look themselves in the mirror and say, what we really want out of this? Like, do we really want to go far? Because these type of performances just can't happen.
Now, there were certainly some bright spots for the defense. Malik Hooker snagged his 3rd pick of the season. They were able to get 3 sacks in the game, as well as 8 tackles for loss. But as you've heard all the guys say, not good enough as they head into the playoffs. So what's next? Well, the Cowboys are back to practice, preparing for their next opponent. I'll tell you who it is as we take a look back at some of the best moments of the 2022 season after our final break here on Cowboys Flashback.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, was brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Reliant, an NRG company. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
All right, time to put that loss to Washington in the past and start paying attention to the future. A first-round rematch against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 1 week from today. Of course, the last time out, a similar performance, but we've seen this Cowboys team bounce back before, and the good news, they have yet to lose in back-to-back games this season. We'll be breaking down this matchup all week long on DallasCowboys.com, but before we end our final show of the season, let's end it on a high note, shall we? Here's a look back at the top 10 best plays of the season.
With 3 seconds showing, snap, hold, kick from 50, Maher! Cowboys win! Big 3rd down, snap to rush. He's going to run out to his right with room. Somebody come help him. Throw in the end zone for Gallup. Caught it. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's, by the way, the Miller Lite first touchdown of the game. Handoff, Pollard stars a hole on the left side, 10. Touch right, 5. Walk the dog, you Tony Pollard. Pollard is the deep back. Handoff, Pollard, big hole, coming right, bang, push, touchdown. Tony Pollard. Handoff, Pollard coming left, foot in the ground, first down and more, 50. Good block from the tight end, sideline, keep running, 10, 5, touchdown, Tony Pollard. 3 for Pollard. 3rd and 6, snap to Ryan. Back and looking, standing and throwing deep to the right, and that ball's intercepted on the right sideline by Deron Bland. Looking, standing, looking, throwing it out. That ball's nearly intercepted by Bland again, and he got it. Bland literally stole that ball from Ashton Dillon. It was a tie ball, and Bland stole it away for his 2nd interception of the night. Stafford is under center on 3rd and 1, and play fake to Brown. He's rushed and he's sacked, and the ball came out, and Dallas picks it up. It's Lawrence coming left to the 5 and into the end zone, and it looks like a Dallas touchdown. It's the first fumble recovery of the year. 60 yards on the right hash at halftime for Maher. Snap, hold, kick. From 60, doesn't look, wait. Got it. It's good! It's good for crying out loud.
They had all day to review if they were looking at it. Were they looking at the CeeDee Lamb
That's just wrong.
catch?
That's just, yeah, I'm sure they were, but that's just wrong. But look, Maher looks at him, shakes his head, says, you people are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Take 2 from 60 to end the half. Operations clean, kicks away from 60. Thank you very much. Can we count that one? 1st and goal outside the 1. Snap back, rush looking left, fade, Lamb, caught in 1 hand. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3rd and goal from the 2, handoff coming to the left side. Hendershot on a handoff to the tight end. And all of the tight ends are going to jump into the Salvation Army kettle. And they're playing whack-a-mole. Snap back on 3rd and forever. Prescott steps up and heaves it. Hilton down the left sideline. Oh my gosh, he caught it at the 23-yard line. Holy cow. T.Y. Hilton, wow, just ran by everybody and said, I was in Indianapolis for 10 years, put some respect on my name. T.Y. Hilton. Fields in the gun. Back to throw. Parsons coming. He flushes out left. He stops. He dumps it short to the 25. Still moving Montgomery. Fumble the ball. Recovered by Dallas. Micah Parsons is on the ball.
And he's still alive.
He's still running. He's still moving with the ball. To the 10, to the 5, to the goal line. Parsons Parsons recovered a fumble and brought it all the way back.
Hard not to feel hyped after that, right? So the Cowboys in the regular season as the 5th seed in the NFC, finishing 12-5 and 2nd in the NFC East. Their 2nd straight playoff berth, 2nd straight 12-win season. But can they keep it going in the postseason? We'll see about that. But that'll do it for us here on Cowboys Flashback. I'm Haley Sutton for the final time saying so long. Be sure to stick with us this week on DallasCowboys.com as we get you ready for that big playoff game. We'll see you next season.